Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just want to say thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Cruising with the Case Handler. And this is a show about personal injury law. It's where we bring an attorney on the radio station and also here on our multiple social media platforms to talk about accident cases and what it is that he has done for a lot of people. It's extremely important, ladies and gentlemen, that you understand that he is truly the ultimate attorney when it comes to personal injury cases. So, once again, thank you so much all for joining Cruising with the Case Handler right here on 93.5 WVIP FM and also on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and other platforms. Let's welcome the man of the moment. Let's welcome Beat the Shark, what we rather call him, the Case Handler, Adam Handler. Welcome to your show, my brother. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Squeeze. How are you, brother? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear, and you actually look loud and clear in that wonderful white shirt with that wonderful expensive tie, and you're cruising in those shades. You look like an attorney, man.
Yeah, I feel like an attorney today. It's not often that I get to put on the suit and tie and head into court, but whenever I can take advantage of those opportunities, trust me, I will carpe diem. You know what that means, right? Seize the
Seize the
day.
day.
And we have
Yep.
a big case on today in Brooklyn. My first time going back to Kings County Supreme Court since COVID. They've just started conferencing a select few cases in person. So I'm looking forward to seeing some old friends, being in familiar surroundings. I used to spend every day in the courts, on trial, in conferences, on motions, dealing with judges. And it's a long time coming. I cannot wait to get back into that building today, please. So, good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, my name is Adam Handler. I am your case handler. We call this show Cruising with the Case Handler because I am cruising into the city right now, ready to kick some ass for my client. This happens to be a construction accident case, which we can talk about in a few minutes, please. But I just want to thank you so much for giving me this platform, giving me this endorsement. And of course, I will not let you down, brother.
Thank you so much, man. I feel very odd and weird now. I got a white t-shirt on. You got a white shirt on, looking all lawyerish. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's always a great show here, and we take pride in what it is that we do every morning, every day. We do it here weekdays between 6 and 10 a.m. Normally, Adam and myself, we kick into high gear anywhere between 8 and 10. And that's the reason why we ask for you to just tune into the show. You never know when you're going to hear us. But we're appealing to a lot of people out there, especially the immigrant community that listen to the station. Also, pontificating the folks that work in the construction industry. If you get hurt in a construction accident, this is the man that you need to go to court for you, fight for you, and vibe for you. Also, if you get into an automobile accident, whether it's a truck, bike, car, whatever it may be, accidents, period, you may want to reach out to the law firm, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Handler, you can reach him at 844-774-3529. The smart thing, in my opinion, would be to just get his number down. Put it in your phone. You never know if you're going to need it. So make it now. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. 844 PPIDLAW. You know what it is, Adam? We don't speak enough about construction accidents. And where I am right now, I wanted to ask you a question because I was actually sitting out front of a place eating yesterday here where I am right now, and actually someone got hurt where they're building this Four Seasons hotel, and someone got hurt, but it was a passerby. How does that work?
Yeah. So passerbys are not afforded the same protections under the New York labor law as construction workers and laborers and demolition and tradesmen. But general negligence applies. So we've had many of those cases that an individual is walking past a work site and is hurt one way or another. We've had situations where they've been cut on the edge of, like when you're walking, they're called sidewalk sheds. When
Right,
you're walking
right.
on the sidewalk, it's the the
Yep.
scaffolding, the
Yeah.
pipe on the
Yeah.
side, and then
Uh-huh.
above
Yep.
you. It's great when it's raining, right? You could just go the whole block under
Yep.
that
Yep.
thing.
Exactly.
So they're called sidewalk sheds, and we had a case in which a little boy was very seriously injured. His leg was all torn up because it brushed up against an exposed bolt that should have been covered. We sued the owner of the property. We sued the general contractor that set up the subcontractor that set up the sidewalk shed. I'm going to hit that dead spot. So why don't you give the number out? I'll be back in a minute.
All right, so that's Adam Handler, ladies and gentlemen. He's in the car, so of course you have occasional dead spots where the signal is weak, and of course that's where I jump in and I give you the number as this attorney get through the dead spot. The number once again, okay, ladies and gentlemen, happens to be, of course, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Just ask our attorney Adam Handler about what happens if you are passing a construction site or passing a place that's being worked on and you get hurt. What applies there? And he says the general liability applies. So let's go back to him and
Yep.
have
All right.
him.
I'm back, bro. I'm back, brother.
Yep.
And then you have cases in which people are walking and debris falls off of the side of the building or the roof. I had a situation where a woman was walking down the street. They were renovating some of the brickwork up top. A brick fell like 6 stories, bashed her on the head, sliced open her head.
Wow.
Blood everywhere. No fractured skull, and no brain injury, thankfully, but terrible lacerations, and she had to shave her head and get all this plastic surgery. It was crazy. We got big money for her too. There's a million ways to die, Squeeze, and especially on these construction sites when you're dealing with heavy equipment, you're dealing with elevated heights. The stakes are so very high. The case I'm going to Brooklyn on today, I don't want to go into too much detail because it
Right.
is an ongoing case, but
Right.
it's an immigrant from Jamaica. He is he was a laborer. He was doing demolition. He was on a ladder, and as he's taking down some of the wall, uh, a piece of the wall that he was not yet working on became dislodged, knocked his ladder over. He fell onto his arm. He broke his arm so badly that they had to do surgery the next day. They had to insert a plate with some screws into his arm. He also had an injury to his shoulder as well on that same arm. He wound up having a surgery to that shoulder as well. He's been out of work for several years. He is collecting workers' compensation, so his medical bills are being paid and his time out of work is being paid. My job is to get him money for his pain and suffering and his future lost wages that may not be covered by workers' compensation. So we've sued the owner of the property and we sued the general contractor because under the New York labor law, in situations like that where you fall off a ladder or an elevated height or something falls on you, it's strict liability against those entities. So a really good case. I'm actually surprised that the insurance company hasn't come to the table yet and wanted to make a significant settlement offer, but I do chalk it up to the courts not being open. But this is a perfect example, Squeeze, that we do our best work as trial attorneys when the courts are fully functioning. So I'm going to go in there today, explain my case to the judge. The judge is going to nod at every single thing I say. And the judge is going to say to my adversary, what the heck are you doing? Why haven't you paid this guy? Well, judge, we need to figure things out. And the case is over. I mean, the case has been over for almost a year. We're just waiting for a trial date. And I will advise the judge that we are ready for trial. Give us a date and let the jury decide if they don't want to pay. So, Squeeze, these insurance companies, they don't want to pay. You got to make them pay. And you make them pay by the imminent threat of trial. And that sets my firm apart from most of the other attorneys out there. Most personal injury attorneys that you hear from, Squeeze, are
They just
not
settle.
trial attorneys. They're
Right.
not trial attorneys. They work on the file, they try to settle the case and move on to the next one. And if by happenstance they have to go to trial, then they send it to a trial attorney like myself. So
Right.
an important question, ladies and gentlemen, you're always asking me, Squeeze, how do you choose the right attorney? Right? There's so many attorneys out there advertising. There's so many attorneys advertising on this radio station. The first question needs to be, when was the last time you took a jury verdict? When was the last time you took your client's case to trial? Not your associate, okay? Not your referring attorney. When was the last time you took a case to trial, Squeeze? That is the most important question you want to ask, because you want to make sure that that attorney is going to take it to the end if need be. If the offer is not right, the attorney needs to make it right, and that's by taking it to the judge and jury.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, do you hear how profound this man is in a very positive and solid way? That's the kind of attorney you want fighting for you. So don't play around. Don't beat around the bush. Go with the case handler. His name is Adam Handler. And I said it the other day, and we're saying it again. You only have one choice, one chance, and there's only one case handler. You can't beat that with a baseball bat. So if you're tuning into this right this second, note the number, store the number for Adam Handler, the case handler. You can also follow him on Instagram at the same name, the case handler, same on Facebook. So the number, ladies and gentlemen, is 844-774-3529. As we conclude, dial the number, let it ring, and then you store it. Let it ring for about 10, 15 seconds. I want every one of you to have this number because, yeah, you're not going to go out and get into an accident. And we always believe that, no, we're not going to get into an accident, but we're a human being. Things happen, but make sure you are prepared. Choose your weapons carefully. And I choose the big gun, Adam Handler. If and when I get hurt in an accident, that is the man handling my case. Not anyone running at the top of the hour. Not anyone anywhere else. Why? Because, ladies and gentlemen, 17 years strong, he has been on this station. 17 years he has been fighting for the community. 17 years he has settled well over $135 million for his client. And right this second, he's on his way to court to fight for another client. This is what you want. Not someone that is going to just come at you and choose you and treat you like a number. Not at all. So make the call. 844-774-3529. Or just Google the case handler. 844-774-3529. Adam, I know you're cruising, so you have yourself an amazing day. And thanks a lot, man,
I
for being here.
appreciate
All
I
right.
appreciate that, Squeeze. I appreciate the endorsement. I appreciate the time. Ladies and gentlemen, often imitated, never duplicated. Of course, I am your case handler. You got one chance to get it right. There are no redos in personal injury. You can never reopen a case once it's settled. That's why we say one chance, one choice, one case handler. Have a wonderful day. The sun is shining. The weather is sweet. I'm going to kick some butt in court. Can't wait to report back to you, Squeeze, as to how it went. And we'll catch up tomorrow.
Catch up with you, my brother. You take care and have an amazing day in court for your client today, man. I know you will. Whoa.
Can you hear me?
1 second.
Squeeze. Yeah.
Yeah, we're still live. 1 second.
All right, brother. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother. You take care. Have an amazing day.
Bye, Squeeze.
I think we're stuck in the matrix here. 1 second.